I hope you are doing good. It's time for grade 7 English class. This is tutor Hera. Log into aplusstudents.com, then move to language arts section, grade 7. And the chapter that we are going to discuss today is suffixes. In the last class, we discussed prefixes. Now it's time to learn suffixes. We'll learn 3 lessons. Hi, Michael. Michael has joined us. So let's welcome him to the class. Lesson number 1, words with full. A suffix can be added to of a base word to create a new word. Well, in the previous lesson, we learned that prefixes are groups of letters that are added before the base word or in the beginning of the base word. But suffix is a group of letters that can be added to the end of the base word to create a new word. Now remember, suffixes can be added to the end of the base word. And when we add to the end of the base word, we create a new word. Let's say the suffix is full, and knowing the meaning of a suffix can help you determine the meaning of a new word. So if you know the meaning of the suffix, you can easily determine the meaning of a word. So the suffix full, F-U-L, means having, showing, or causing. So remember this meaning, having, showing, or causing. Let's say the word is duty. Add the suffix full, you get the word dutiful. Well, we are replacing Y with I. So the word dutiful, because the suffix full means having, showing, or causing. So the word dutiful means showing duty or, well, basically showing duty. Or you can add the same suffix to the base word grace in this word. You're taking this word and add the suffix full. You get the word graceful, and graceful means having grace. Because the suffix full means having, showing, or causing. So So graceful means showing grace or moving in an elegant way. Okay, now what's with full? How would you feel after a restful day? Restful has suffix full in it, and it means having rest. So, how would you feel after a restful day? Exhausted or recharged? Obviously, exhausted means very tired, so it's wrong. How would you feel after a restful day? After having rest, would you feel tired? No. Would you feel recharged? Yes. So, how would you feel after a restful day? Recharged. So, that's the correct answer. Which is someone more likely to be proudful about? Prideful means having proud. Which is someone more likely to be prideful about? A mistake or accomplishment? Accomplishment is achievement. It's your call now. A mistake or accomplishment? Which one is someone more likely to be prideful about? Can you have pride for a mistake or an accomplishment? Prideful means having pride for something. Michael, I'm waiting for your answer. Well, someone can be more likely to be prideful about an accomplishment, not a mistake. Who is less skillful, an amateur athlete or a professional athlete? Less skillful. Skillful means having skill. So, who is having less skill? Who is less skillful? Amateur player means a new player, someone who's just um, begun the career, or a professional athlete. Amateur athlete or professional athlete. Who is less skillful? Well, an amateur Athlete is less skillful than a professional athlete. Who has a more forceful personality? A timid person, a bossy person. Who has a more forceful personality? Means causing force, showing force. A bossy person or a timid? Timid means weak. Well, guys, do you know that a timid person or a weak person cannot have a more forceful personality, but a bossy person can have a more forceful personality. Whose performance is more likely to be described as artful, having art? An amateur violinists, again, an amateur means new or a beginner violinists, or a professional violinist, whose performance is more likely to be described as artful. Very easy. Yes, it's option two, Michael. A professional violinist's performance can be more likely to be described as artful. Why might someone be boastful? Because he's upset, because he's proud. Boastful means showing, I mean, exaggerating about something big. So, why might someone be boastful? Because he's upset or because he's proud? Okay, so yes, option two, because he's proud. And why someone might be boastful? Because he's proud. Which is less wasteful? Reusing something, throwing something away. Which is less wasteful? Well, less wasteful is re. So reusing something is less wasteful. Throwing something away is not less wasteful. Okay, let's move to lesson number one now. Sorry, lesson number two now. What less? Well, suffix less means without. So if you add this suffix less, which means without, with a base at the end of the base word, because suffix can be added to the end of a base word to create a new word. So let's add suffix less at the end of the of a base word. If to take the base word fear, add suffix less, you get a new word, fearless. And fearless means without fear, right? So fearless means without fear because less means without. So this is a new word which we created using this suffix. Care and add the suffix less. We get a new word. Careless without care, without showing care. So new word is created using or adding suffix to the end of a base word. Use less. We can make a new word. Useless without any use. So let's begin the test. Hello. Okay, so yes, Miss is fine. Don't worry, she's on holidays these days. So I'm taking classes. Now, which is meaningless? A random string of words or a sentence? Very easy for you. Which is meaningless without meaning? A random string of words or a sentence? Yes, it's option number one. A random string of words is meaningless actually. A sentence isn't. Whom might you describe as penniless? Someone who has no way of paying off her debts, someone who is trying to expand her business. So, whom might you describe as penniless? Option one, option two. Yes, that's option one. Whom might you describe as penniless without me means without any penny. So obviously a person who has no money, someone no way of paying off her debts. Someone who is trying to expand her business has money, which has timeless beauty. The Mona Lisa or the latest fashion. You know, Mona Lisa is a painting, is an old painting considered a beauty, a timeless beauty. So Mona Lisa is it has timeless beauty because it's an old painting. Someone centuries ago, someone painted it, and people still consider it a beautiful piece of art. So it has timeless beauty. Latest fashion, latest fashion and trends they change, so they cannot be called timeless beauty. Which has timeless beauty? Mona Lisa. What might fix a flavorless sauce means without flavor sauce? And spices, adding water. So, what might fix a flavorless sauce? Yes, option one. Adding spices might fix a flavorless. Flavor means without flavor. So, if you add You can add flavor to a sauce. Mona, I told you the Mona Lisa is the name of a painting. Why might you make a careless mistake in your work? Because you don't understand something? Because you aren't paying attention. So why might you make a careless mistake in your work? Which two is the answer? Which one of these is answer? Because you don't understand something? Because you aren't paying attention. Well, someone has answered option one. Well, when you don't understand something, can you make a careless mistake? Or because you aren't paying attention, you can make a careless mistake? I need more answers. Michael, are you answering? Okay, let's select this and see what it is. Is it correct or not? No, it's not. Because when you aren't paying attention, there is a more chance of making a careless mistake in your work. So, because when you don't understand, obviously you will not be able to do your work. But when you aren't paying attention, you are more likely to make a careless mistake. What might you use to fill out a paperless survey? What might you use to fill out a paperless survey? Means without paper, in which papers are not used. A pen or a computer? What do you need to fill a paperless survey? Yes, you can use a computer to fill out a paperless survey, not pen. Who would order a meatless dish at a restaurant? A meat lover or a vegetarian? Who would order a meatless dish? A meat lover or a vegetarian? Meatless dish means without meat. A person who orders a meatless dish is not a meat lover, is a vegetarian. Yeah, a vegetarian would order a meatless dish. Okay, let's move to lesson number three now because we have to learn about some more suffixes. So, words with able, able, and ibl. Knowing the meaning of a suffix can help you determine the meaning of a word. So, the suffix able, ible, able, means able to be. The word is recognize. If you add the suffix, you get a word recognizable. Sorry, this one. Able to be recognized. So able means able to be. The base word is avoid and add suffix able. Avoidable, able to be avoided. So if you know the meaning of suffix, you can understand the meaning of a new word. Which is more arguable? Able to be argued. Which is more arguable? Whether it is more fun to go to the beach or the mountains, is it more arguable? Means can you argue about it more? Whether Antarctica is warmer than the Amazon rainforest. Well, this one, I will solve this one for you. Which is more arguable? Well, the second option, whether Antarctica is warmer than the Amazon rainforest. Antarctica is warmer than, it's not warmer than the Amazon rainforest because it's a fact. Antarctica is a cold place and Amazon rainforest is warmer than Antarctica. And it's a fact. We know it. We cannot argue more about it. But whether it's more fun to go to the beach or to the mountains, we can argue about it. It's more arguable because people have different opinions about it. So it's more arguable. It's an opinion, not a fact. So it's more arguable. Which is predictable, able to be predicted, which can be predicted. Where the sun rise, who will win the lottery? Can Which one is predictable? Where the sun will rise means which can be predicted by you. Who will win the lottery or where the sun will rise? Well, where the sun will rise is predictable because we know the direction the sun will rise. Who will win the lottery? We don't know. It cannot be predicted. It's just luck. So where the sun will rise is predictable. Which is solvable, can be solved. A problem that has a solution, a problem that has no solution. So which one is solvable? It's just luck. So when somebody is predicting. Which is solvable? A problem that has a solution is solvable. A problem that has no solution is not solvable. So yes, option one it is. Which is preventable, can be prevented or able to be prevented. A sunburn, is it preventable? Or a thunderstorm, which one is preventable? So which one is preventable, sunburn or thunderstorm? Well, we cannot prevent a thunderstorm, it's a natural phenomenon, but we can prevent a sunburn because we can use sunscreen, so you can prevent it. Which is more visible? Artwork stored in your closet, artwork hung over your mantle. Which one is more visible? Very easy. Artwork hung over your mantle. Artwork stored in your closet is not visible actually. I mean, not more visible. Which is measurable, can be measured. The depth of a pond, the depth of someone's feelings. Uh oh, a very tricky question, but it's easy. Which one is measurable? Well, the depth of a pond cannot be measured, so it's not measurable. The depth of someone's feelings can be measured. Oh, why did I say this? Can you measure the depth of someone's feelings? Or the depth of a pond? What is it? no, you cannot measure the depth of someone's feelings. So you are good, but you are late. You gave the answer late. So I just wanted to startle you like you were not active. I know you cannot measure the depth of someone's feelings. I thought I should give an answer which amazes you because you were not giving answers in time. So see, you I got the answer from you now. Which activity is less likely to be described as pleasurable? Which one is likely to be described as pleasurable? Washing the dishes after dinner, is it less? Which activity is less likely to be described as pleasurable? Washing the dishes after dinner or eating a delicious meal? Which one can be described as less likely to be this less likely? Which activity is less likely to be described as pleasurable? Washing the dishes after dinner is less likely to be described as pleasurable because eating a delicious meal can be described as pleasurable. Which is less likely to be described as pleasurable? Washing dishes after dinner. So, this is it. Time is up. I hope you understand the use of suffixes. And if you know the meaning of suffix, you can easily determine the meaning of a new word. I'm going to stop here. I'll see you again in this week with a new topic. Till then, have a great time. Bye.